Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Alex D, and this is a video of my vacation to Cairo, Egypt in the winter of 2021. I have a lot to say about this vacation, and I know it's going to hurt some people's feelings, and I'm very sorry, but I'd figure, why not tell my story about what happened? So here we go. Um, we were originally, as in my girlfriend and I, were supposed to go in October of that year for my birthday. But long story short, the airline that I took told me that I had taken the wrong COVID test, that I need a specific COVID test, which they didn't state because they just made a general, just get the COVID test. And I ended up finding out that there are several different versions of that COVID test. Ended up paying $300 in Chicago to get one because it needed to be done the same day, and they wanted to have a stamp because that's the way Egypt is. And if you think about going to Egypt, please remember that you're gonna need you need a visa, so you can get one on arrival for $25. Make sure it's cash, American dollars. Anyway, as soon as we got there, this is when everything went downhill. I understand that Egypt is mostly known for pyramids and all that stuff. It's a tourist place, right? And I don't want to sound like a crap head. I'm not going to say the other word. I don't want to sound like a piece of crap because of this, what I'm going to say. But there are a lot of swindlers and people that are constantly harassing you to buy their stuff, and they're coming up to you, and it's just it outweighs seeing the pyramids and seeing all the cool stuff and having the good food. It really does, and it was a really bad experience in that way. The hotel that we took, you can go on my YouTube page and see the review of the hotel if you guys want. It's called Barcelo Cairo Pyramid Hotels. And anyway, so I paid like it's like $500 for the 7 days we were there, plus like the room to be stocked up, the mini bar, and then for like some tourist stuff to do. And so they obviously were taking us to I don't really know. I mean, this is just from what I think it is. It was like tourist sanctioned stuff, I guess you can say. I don't know if I'm saying the right thing or not, but these were stores that you can just tell when you walked in there, and for obvious reasons that this is where tourists were going here for, you know. So there was one bigger shop that had a bunch of clothes in it that I bought some stuff for my mom and my sister. And then there was a papyrus shop, and then there was another little shop that had a bunch of like old stuff, shall we say. And then of course we did that perfume thing. Which Oksana was dying to do. Basically, you could just you go to like these shops, and you can get like these perfume sprays, and they do it like in an old way, like old fashioned, like with those hand pumps and stuff like that. And which brings you to a story about what happened. We were walking in Cairo together, and these kids ran up to her, and they just started hugging her. And I was kind of like looking at her like, dude, I think these kids are going to try and rob you. But anyway, you know, another thing too, as soon as we got out of the car, we didn't drive, we paid someone to take us around. When we got out of the car at the pyramids, same thing. People were just following us and harassing us. Oh, buy this, come over here, do this, do that. And it was just crazy. And hold on, before I get somebody says something, I understand. I've been to enough countries that I can see the poverty line. I can see that things aren't, you know, people aren't doing as well as other countries. I get that. But at the same time, this stuff gets very annoying. Which brings me to another story about when we left. When we left, I had to take my luggage and put on a conveyor belt. If I remember correctly, you had to do that before you got to the check-in counter. And the guy was like, "Hey, you're not gonna tip me," and I pulled out the rest of my Egyptian pounds that I had, and I gave it to him, and he flipped out. He was just screaming and yelling at me, telling me that he didn't want the Egyptian pounds, he wanted the American dollar, and all that stuff. Now that I got all the complaining out of the way, the pyramids are really cool. Um, they're larger than life, and it's really, I, I want to say it's almost an emotional experience, or it actually is. You know, you hear all the stories when you're little and all that, and you're standing there, you know. So that it's pretty cool. Um, we went to I think it's the National Egyptian Museum with the mummies at the bottom. Yeah, you can't take pictures of them. They had a lot of really cool stuff in there too. Um, and I had made a joke, which was I said, now I know why the British are always stealing shit. Because it's so beautiful, all the stuff they have. So anyway, I think it's funny. I'm sure you don't, but anyway, um, the food was good. uh, Oksana doesn't like lamb because she's picky, because she's a turd ball, but she doesn't like lamb. But yeah, they had the best. It was the best kebab I've ever had in my life, and the best shawarmas I've ever had in my life. Sorry, Turkey. You were close. Turkey was very close. The country, not the foul. But anyway, that's my story about what happened. Would I recommend you going to Egypt? And my answer to that is, if it's something you really want to do it. But I strongly, if you want to do it. Just be very careful, okay? Anyway, I don't know if I missed anything. I'm sorry that it sounds like I've been rambling on about complaining about the stuff that happened, other than the good stuff. But in my honest opinion, if I didn't say it before, I'll say it again. All of that, being hounded and harassed by people to buy stuff from them, and people following us around because they wanted money, outweighed all of the good stuff that we experienced. You know, seeing the Nile and all that. So I'm very sorry, guys. That's just my opinion. So anyway, I hope you like this video, and I hope you guys like my story.